Welcome, Dawn, to WG Content's Unscripted. It's so nice to have you.
Thank you. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to this. It's gonna be fun.
yes, I know. It's been a while since we connected, and so it's been super fun catching up with you.
Thank you. Likewise.
Before we get started, I just want to introduce you more formally. So, Dawn Wright is the Director of Community and Public Relations at Select Health, which
Mhm.
is a wholly subsidiary, right? No, wholly owned. What's the of Intermountain Healthcare? Give me the
Well,
definition and the relationship.
yeah, so we are integrated with Intermountain Health.
Yes.
Really good partners. They founded Select Health 43
I
years
know.
ago.
That's
Yeah,
so wild.
it's an
I had no idea that
amazing.
it's been around for that long.
Yeah, it's
So, but Dawn and I, we met when you were at Shriners, and then, we've just interacted and have worked together and currently work with the
yeah,
Select Health team and have really enjoyed that. So,
yeah.
really appreciate you joining me today. Before we hit record, this often happens. We're just catching up and we're talking about life. You were moving some boxes behind you, as appropriately we want our backgrounds to look good. You said you have a garage sale coming up and that your 7 year old is really the mastermind behind the garage sale. So tell us about
This
your
is
7 year
true.
old and tell us about the garage sale.
This is true. Outside of my son's interest in selling things in my front yard, I had no interest in having a garage sale, but it seemed appropriate. Yeah, he's constantly bored and like the normal things like go play with your toys don't really scratch the itch. So he will like go through the fridge and pull out like cold beverages like LaCroix, and I will find him out there like selling them to people, and he'll have my Venmo like on a
Yeah.
sign. It's hilarious. And I also thought, you know what? I need to declutter and he would have a ball. So
Is
we're
he helping
preparing.
you?
I mean, I almost was like, can I just leave him out there and like go work out and come back? Like, I mean, I think I'll
Yeah.
help him, but no, I think he'll
Oh,
do great. So
yeah. Well,
yeah.
that's great. I don't remember how old my son was, if he was 7 or what age, but he did something similar and just as funny. So he went around, I don't know if it's funny, but he went around the neighborhood and he collected people's newspapers that were in their yard. He got like a little garbage bag and he was like stealing them off of people's yards
Okay.
and then going back around and knocking on doors selling the newspapers. I was like, Graham, I don't think you're allowed to do that. And one of my neighbors told me he was doing it. They're like, yeah, Graham's going around stealing everyone's newspaper and then going around trying to sell them back
To
to
sell
them.
them.
So I guess it's
I
like you got to look at those things as like, well, that's a kind of a young entrepreneurial sort of spirit, I guess.
Totally. Like
Yeah.
we want him to not break the law, right?
Yeah.
But also
Yeah.
like not kill the spirit
Right.
behind it.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to let us know how the those garage sales are a beast. You have all these ideas
Yeah,
and intentions, and then it's like you kind of think about how much money did we really make and was it worth it?
totally.
It's a big
Yep.
job. Good luck with that. Is that
Thank
this
you.
weekend?
Date TBD. We have to make
Okay.
signs. It has become like the thing.
A
The
real
like
big, yeah. I love
I
it.
I I know. And I'm like, I'm in marketing. I have to like not totally phone this in. So
What's your son's name?
Davis.
Davis. Very cute. All right.
Yeah,
Good luck to
he's very
Davis.
cute. Thank
All
you.
right. Here we go. We got questions in front of us. And we're
Okay.
going to get to know you a little bit better. So here we go.
Awesome.
If you could swap jobs with anyone for a day, who would it be?
Okay, I'm just gonna go for the one that comes to mind first, and that is
Yeah.
like the librarian down the street. So we have this like
Oh, perfect.
adorable, I love books. We have this adorable kind of small library within walking distance of our house, and it's become like the community hangout. All the like preteens go there and hop
Hmm.
on the computers, and but I love it. And I love that their advice so much. Like I love just
Yeah.
like sending my kids to the counter and being like, ask them like what are the new good books, or tell them about your interests and they'll recommend books to you. And I just love being there. It's
Yeah.
like welcome to everyone. It's like such a community hub. But I just like, I think with all of the like news and chaos and
Hmm.
events and travel, sometimes I'm like, I just want to sit in that one chair
You
and
have your
like look
chair,
at
you
books
have your
all day.
spot. Yeah.
I can
I
sip
love
coffee.
that your neighborhood has a place like that. Because not
Eh,
every neighborhood does. And if you've got
Mm-mm.
a place for them to gather and that they can, are welcomed and, that it's not like you have to come in and buy something, I think that's great.
I love it. Yeah, we were actually looking to buy a house and maybe moving neighborhoods. And it was one of the things we were looking at, like how
Oh,
close is the nearest library? Yeah, no,
well,
I'm a
you'll
big
have to
fan.
let, if you haven't already, you'll have to let that library know how special they are.
I know.
Okay, what's a skill that you've learned recently that surprised you?
Oh gosh. Like it surprised me that I was good at it or that I could do it or
Maybe both. We get to just
I
make these
don't.
things up as we go along. So you get to pick.
Oh my gosh. Okay, a skill that has surprised me. I'm drawing a blank. Um,
Maybe you could say a skill in putting on a garage sale. If you're a 7-year-old, you're in marketing and you got to think a whole different way about putting on a garage sale.
So I I don't have a great answer to this, but what I'll say is I spend a lot of time in my car now, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a lot of rides for my teenager, and
Mm-hmm.
so I recently was like, I need more podcast content, and so I found Life Kit.
Mm.
Um, it's part of NPR,
Okay.
and it's like, and also Hidden Brain, but like these podcasts are just like full of practical tips and how to's. And
Mm-hmm.
I recently listened to one that was like how anxiety is your superpower, and just like learning about the brain and
Mm.
um, you know, the messages that it's sending you and putting you into fight or flight and what you can do to stop it, but like also appreciate the information that you're getting. So
Mm-hmm.
I will just say, I feel like I'm constantly learning while
Yeah.
I'm just like driving around the Salt Lake
Yeah.
Valley. And I love it. Like, what did we do before podcasts?
They are great,
Audiobooks,
aren't they?
maybe.
They
I
are
love
really
them. I'm
great.
really a fan. So I'm
Yeah.
just constant, like, I'm not a big music person. I'm constantly just like learning. I'm like
Yeah.
really into,
You're gonna have to tell me what those are again because I don't want to forget them and I want
okay.
to look into those. I love those sorts of things. I do a lot more like when it comes to like thought leadership or leadership training or any of those sorts of things that help you become better. Um,
Mhm.
reading them or joining different forums, but I need to be better about the podcast because when I get on a podcast, it's usually like the really ridiculous ones, or like
They're the fun ones.
yeah, the fun interviews and stuff. I'm listening to while I'm on a walk or something, but I think that's a great advice we can all take.
Yes.
All right, so what's the most memorable trip that you've ever taken?
I've been on some cool trips. The one that I think I'll mention though is when I had just graduated undergrad. I decided I wanted to go to I lived in Santa Barbara. I decided I wanted to go to Seattle. I'd never been.
Hmm.
And I worked at a hotel. So people would
Hmm.
come from all over and they'd say where they're from. And somewhere I got it in my head that I needed to go to Seattle. I think a lot of visitors from there, people recommending it. No one wanted to go with me. And so I just went by myself. It's the only trip I've been on by
How old
myself.
were
And
you?
I was
Like in your
22.
20s?
I was like 22. And so I'm kind of proud of that because um, I just I just like made it happen. I worked at a hotel. I was able to secure a trade with another hotel there, and
Oh, smart.
before you know it, yeah, I went for 3 nights, and it wasn't awkward at all. I loved it. I got to do what I wanted.
Yeah.
This is like before selfies were a thing, but obviously all
Yeah.
my pictures were selfies
Yeah.
because I was by myself.
And it's like
Yeah.
half your face because you can't really see your reflection without the camera.
There's like one picture of me that I still have from the top of the Space Needle, and I must have asked a stranger to take my photo
Yeah.
because yeah. So anyway, it was
I love
is
Seattle. I was just there about a week or two ago. So that's a great,
really
yeah,
yeah
it's a great place. So that's a
yeah
great story. Good for you for doing that. It takes courage and stuff, but be able to do that and then look back on it and say like,
yeah
I did that. And
yeah. I'm like
you
that
can
was
do it
like
again.
it's like 25 years ago, and I'm like go young me. I don't know that I would do that now, just like with all of the
Mm.
responsibilities I have, but life's too short.
Adulting is hard.
Yeah, life's short though. I'm like I love that old me did that.
Yeah.
Or
We don't we need
young
a
me.
break from being adults. All right. Who has been the biggest influence on your career? Anyone come to mind?
On my career, I don't have an individual, but what I'll say, I'm from a small town in California, and I wasn't exposed to a lot of careers. Like, you know, there were like the traditional, like you're a teacher, you know, that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
the path,
Mm-hmm.
which is great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love teaching actually, but I really liked the news, and that was kind of like my portal to the bigger world. And so early on, I was really interested in the news and news anchors. And
Mm.
I, at one point, thought I would be like a weather girl. I had no interest in the weather, but I don't know. Maybe I liked the outfits. I don't know. I just was like, and
Yeah.
that really kind of kickstarted my interest in public relations. Like, what is this
Okay.
career where you can
Mm-hmm.
like work in media relations? And so I now I feel like I'm on a little bit of a news sabbatical because it's
Mm-hmm.
just so much. But that was like really formative and kind of put me on a path to being interested in PR and
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I've always been connected to nonprofits, but my
Mm-hmm.
true interest was like we need more good news. And so how
Yeah.
can I help tell the stories of like
Mm-hmm.
the good news?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And boy, that is changing these days, isn't it? Like
Hmm.
figuring out how to communicate and get real information, you know?
Hmm.
So where did you
Yeah.
go to school?
My undergrad's from UC Santa Barbara, and
Okay.
then I went to USC in
Okay.
LA. So that's what took me to Los Angeles. Yeah.
Okay.
And I got to, yeah. And so I did PR for,
Yeah.
you know, a decade in LA, which was awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of
Well, I love all the
opportunity.
things that you're communicating now. I mean, you are broadcasting some really cool messages, in terms of the mission that you guys are doing, the work that you're doing. I just
Yeah.
really appreciate it. I'm always inspired. I think you guys really are doing such a great job.
Thank you.
Um, okay, so we're going to ask some would you rather questions.
Okay.
These are
Mhm.
really, really kind of weird and random and fun. So, and it's no wrong answer. Like this, like this
Okay.
one. Would you
Okay.
rather ride an elephant or an alpaca around town? These are really important
Um,
questions.
I think like I'm I'm just gonna say alpaca, although I can like barely picture it. Is this like llama-esque? I think I saw
Yeah,
one
that's
at
a
like
good
a
question.
corn maze the other day. Um, just because I'm kind of scared of heights. So I'm gonna say I'm
Yeah, an
just gonna be
elephant.
lowered to the
Yeah.
ground.
Okay, good answer. Would you rather have an endless supply of pizza or ice cream?
I have to say pizza. 100%. Like
Yeah.
I always go savory over sweet. So
Yeah,
yeah,
me too.
easy
I do.
answer.
Yeah.
I love
All right.
pizza.
Would you rather have a job you love that pays poorly or a job you hate that pays well? I
Job
think,
I love that pays
yeah,
for, yeah, for me, money has never been the
yeah.
driver in the decisions I
You've
make for
always
my
been mission
career.
or yeah,
Very
yeah,
mission oriented. Yeah, so yeah.
makes sense. Um, would you rather always have a bad hair day or a bad outfit? We were just talking about our hair before
I know.
before we got on this
I know. I'm just
podcast.
gonna say I think I'd just rather have bad hair, honestly, because as I get older, I care less and less about it. I'm like, I
Yeah,
brush it and I'm like, oh, wow,
yeah,
that's not too bad.
yeah.
I'm like getting spammed in Instagram by like Daily Look and all of those
Hmm.
websites. Like, I think I would
Hmm.
like love to have just a banger outfit every day.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
and
I
an
so
outfit is really more, it's really more of you, right? I
it gives
suppose. I don't know.
I think so. I would love, yeah, if I could have just like an amazing wardrobe, I think I would care less about my hair. You know, pull it
Yeah,
back, whatever. It's
yeah.
fine.
These are
As
all
long as
really,
I,
see, this is like,
as long as I have a brush, like I'm like, it's
yeah.
all, I'm telling you, like I don't know, it took me a long time to discover, like if you just brush it, you're like, oh,
If
it's
you
not
just
that bad.
wash it and brush it, you are winning for the day,
Uh,
right? We just know it's the little things that turn out to be the big things at the end.
I feel like seriously, like my early days got scarred by like perms. Like I had perms
Oh,
at one point and like you didn't
mhm,
brush it. And like, I don't
mhm.
know, somewhere along the way, I was like, you just kind of smooth it. No, you just need to brush it. Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to brush
You just need
it.
to
Love
brush
that.
your hair.
All right, last one. Would you rather live without the internet or without air conditioning?
I guess without air conditioning. I mean, now there's
I
no
know.
going
How could you
back.
live without the
How
internet?
could
Yes,
you?
in moments you'd look, yeah,
But that was it hurt. It like killed my soul inside a little bit to admit I could go with that. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, I feel
yeah.
like I'm always hot now. So
Well, you've done great. I do have one more question, one that we're asking everyone, and that is, what's bringing you joy these days?
I'll say my front porch. So we have a
Mm-hmm.
bungalow, like a
Mm-hmm.
100-year-old bungalow, and it has
Mm-hmm.
this
I can
amazing,
picture it.
huge
Yeah.
front porch. Yeah. And for a while, it was kind of neglected. Like we had bought cushions and the cushions were kind of deteriorating. And I realized I'm not going out there like I used to because it kind
Mm-hmm.
of needs a refresh. So I was like, okay, I like power washed it, got all new
Mm-hmm.
cushions. I even bought like a little candle and put a plant out there. It's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And I love going on the front porch. Like we really see the seasons
Mm-hmm.
in Utah, and
Mm-hmm.
um it's just like perfect porch weather right now. And you can hear birds chirping and
Mm-hmm.
people walking by. Just, I spend a lot of time kind of indoors in front of a computer. Man, you got to feel the breeze on your face and hear birds
For
chirping
sure.
sometimes.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's
Yes.
so
And
good.
front porch living, like I live in a community that everyone's on their front porch. No one's in their backyard. They're always in their front porch. Is
Yeah,
that how your
yes.
neighborhood is?
Same. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people in this old neighborhood don't even really have backyards or they're
Right. Ours is old
tiny.
too. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so, yeah, it's all about the front, and everyone has a dog that you can,
Mm-hmm.
it's just very charming.
I mean, you
It's,
can look down, and you just see all the front porches and and it's just, it
mhm.
is. It's like waving and then all the, traffic that goes by and the dogs and the strollers. And it's just that front porch vibe I can totally relate to that. It's
Yeah,
great.
I think
Well,
it's
good.
great for
You
us.
did great, Dawn. You
Thank
passed. You
you.
answered all the questions. It was super fun, getting to know you a little bit better. And I know we'll stay in touch and I will stay connected and continue
Love it.
chatting.
Thank you. It's been
Yeah.
fun that we just keep finding touch points over the years.